cheat days on a ketogenic diet. Cheat days in general. Alright, let me start this out by saying I don't do cheat days. But I also don't eat a ketogenic diet all the time. What the heck am I talking about here? Okay, so cheat days. A lot of people ask the question, do I need to do a cheat day on keto? They've been marketed through, it's kind of clever marketing. But in my opinion, this is kind of marketing to the lowest denominator part in ourself, right? Like kind of the part of ourself that wants change in our body and externally, but that doesn't want to change inside, where it really matters. Let me explain a little bit. Cheat days. So there's people have been marketing these diets where you'll do like a ketogenic diet for 6 days or so, or you'll do whatever diet for a certain amount of time, and then you need a cheat day every 7th day. And the justification is usually something to do with leptin levels. They'll tell you that, well, you've got to reset your leptin levels with a whole bunch of carbohydrates, or you need to make sure your metabolism isn't damaged. And there's all these excuses for why somebody should eat whatever the heck they want for a day. And you know what, to be fair, most of these diets, actually, when you look at them, when you read these books that are marketed out there, they're not even saying eat junk food all day. Unfortunately, most people interpret this as anything goes. I should just, you know, go to Krispy Kreme and hit up the Ben & Jerry's and drink beer, and that's going to help my metabolism and help me make progress, right? Yeah, so in my opinion, this is done. This is marketing to the lowest part in ourself that does not wish to change. We don't want to empower that part of us. If we want to make lasting changes in our life, we want to make lasting changes in our diet and body composition, it takes long-term lifestyle changes. And actually caring about your body and treating it right is one of the first steps towards losing body fat, getting healthy. Now the word cheat days is so loaded for most people. I mean, the word associations that people have with cheating, I mean, you think like guilt, shame, dishonesty, mistrust. You know, these are the words that we associate with cheating, right? So just the word cheat day already linguistically sets us up in a way where we're telling ourselves that we're cheating ourselves, that we're robbing ourselves of something. So when we're doing cheat days, not only is it stupid metabolically, because when you're doing a ketogenic diet or when you're losing body fat, whatever, you do not need to eat a whole bunch of junk food to raise leptin levels. You don't need carbohydrates at all to raise leptin levels. Many people have found that decreasing carbohydrates makes it very easy to lose body fat. A ketogenic diet is one of these ways that we can make our hunger drop and our satiety increase and feel good while maintaining that deficit required to burn our own body fat, right? Because if we're eating far more energy than we're using, we're not going to be able to tap into our stored energy, right? It's like your car's not going to use the reserve tank if the normal gas tank is completely full. Unfortunately, there's not little reserve tank button like there is on a dirt bike where you can just switch over at the switch of a button and burn your own body fat suddenly. So, cheat days. I don't do cheat days on a diet. I never cheat I never cheat myself. It's like saying I never lie to myself. We all lie to ourselves about certain things. The goal is to be as honest as possible and to connect the truth and with life as intimately and deeply as possible for me. So I don't cheat myself consciously. I don't have cheat days on my diet because I don't want to cheat myself on my health. I don't want to cheat myself on my vitality, on my ability to be in this body and enjoyably use it and have it do what I want. Requires that I fuel it efficiently, that I treat it well, that I'm not making it inflamed all the time with foods that I know irritate me, when I'm not throwing foods into the system that I know are going to cause all kinds of crazy cravings and trigger addictive cycles of binge, restrict, guilt, shame, all that stuff. Because that's what a lot of these cheat day things end up doing. It's a way to justify the same old cycle of trying to do something right, then as soon as it gets difficult, giving up, then going over and over again. So if you're doing a ketogenic diet, please don't cheat yourself. Don't use cheat days. It takes weeks to adapt to it metabolically. It takes weeks to develop the metabolic machinery in your mitochondria to process and use those fatty acids and ketones. And every time you're doing this refeeding, carbing up for no reason, you're just throwing yourself back into that limbo state. Now, I'm not saying carbohydrates are bad and that's why you do keto. I'm saying cheat days are not a good idea psychologically and even physically in the way that people do them most of the time. Now, I know some individuals can successfully use a cyclical ketogenic diet, keep it clean on the carbohydrates that they use, and not just eat a bunch of junk food and binge. But it's a small subset of the population that works for, psychologically, physically. And it's a small subset of the population that even needs higher carbohydrate on a ketogenic diet, or would perceive that they would need higher carbohydrates on keto. So, I don't do cheat days on my diet, but I don't eat keto all the time. I enjoy seasonal carbohydrates when I choose. Usually at the change of the seasons here, I like to intake some seasonal carbs. I really like local, wild, organic honey, right? I love wild honey. So I'll include foods like that occasionally. Of course, I'll drop my fats back. I won't eat a bunch of fats while I'm eating more carbs. But it's not a cheat day for me. I'm not cheating myself. I eat foods that are nutrient dense, that make me feel good, and that fuel my body in a healthy, sustainable manner. I don't cheat day on my health and my diet. I don't have cheat days with my wife. I don't have cheat days. At least I try not to have cheat days. In general, right? I don't want to cheat myself. I want to be honest with myself. I don't want to be double-minded about what I'm trying to do. If I've got a goal, I'm not going to cheat myself on the way to that goal. So, that's it, guys. You can find more at primaledgehealth.com. Make sure to check out the Ketogenic Edge Cookbook, a training manual for low carbohydrate, ketogenic, and paleo cuisine. My wife worked on this book. She's inside. Jessica's making breakfast right now. She worked on this book for over a year and a half. All the recipes are fat loss friendly. There's no cheat recipes in there. They're all nutrient dense, whole foods based recipes that we enjoyed ourselves. It's basically the cookbook that we would have wanted when we started out on a ketogenic diet. So, you can find that exclusively at primaledgehealth.com. All the recipes got macros. All the macros are fat loss friendly. And you're not going to find it anywhere else but primaledgehealth.com. It's not on Amazon, Jeff Bezos. It's not anywhere else but primaledgehealth.com. So check it out. Cheat days on a ketogenic diet, not so into it. I don't have cheat days with my wife, and I try not to have cheat days at all in my life, because I love life. So I'll see you guys next time. Get outside, get in the sun, do something real.